In this video, you shall learn about Rutherford's model of an atom. Before that, let us know about Rutherford. So, Ernest Rutherford, in the year 1871 to 1937, was born at Spring Grove on 30th August 1871. He was known as the father of nuclear physics. He is famous for his work on radioactivity and the discovery of nucleus of an atom with the gold foil experiment. He got the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908. You shall learn about Rutherford's model of an atom. So, here Ernest Rutherford was interested in knowing how the electrons are arranged within an atom. Rutherford designed an experiment for this. In this experiment, he used fast moving alpha particles and he made it to fall on a thin gold foil. For this, he selected a gold foil because he wanted as thin as a layer or as possible. So this gold foil was about 1000 atom thick, just 1000 atom thick, and the alpha particles are doubly charged helium ions. Since they have a mass of 4 units, the fast moving alpha particle have a considerable amount of energy, and it was expected that the alpha particles could be deflected by the subatomic particles in the gold atoms. Since the alpha particles were much heavier than the protons, he did not expect to see the large deflection. So this image shows how the particles behaved. But the alpha particle scattering experiment gave totally unexpected result. The following observations were made. The first one was most of the fast moving alpha particle passed straight through the gold foil. The second observation was some of the alpha particles were deflected by the foil by small angles, and the third was surprisingly one out of every 12,000 particles appeared to rebound. In the words of Rutherford, this result was almost as incredible as if you fire a 15-inch shell at a piece of tissue paper and it comes back and hits you. So let us so these are the conclusions after the experiment was conducted by Rutherford. The first conclusion is most of the space inside the atom is empty because most of the alpha particles pass through the gold foil without getting deflected. And the second conclusion is very few particles were deflected from their path, indicating that the positive charge of an atom occupies very little space. And according to the third observation, the conclusion is a very small fraction of alpha particles were deflected by 180-degree, indicating that all positive charge and mass of the gold atom were concentrated in a very small volume within the atom. And from the data, he also concluded that the radius of the nucleus is about 10 to the power of 5 times less than the radius of the atom. On the basis of this experiment, Rutherford put forward the nuclear model of an atom, which had the following features. So, the Rutherford's atomic model resembles the planetary model. There is a positive charge center in an atom called the nucleus. Nearly all the mass of an atom resides in the nucleus. The second point is the electrons revolve around the nucleus in the circular path, exactly like how the planets revolve around the sun. The third point is the size of the nucleus is very small as compared to the size of the atom. This was the second model of an atom. It was having some limitations or drawbacks. So let us see what are the drawbacks of Rutherford's model of an atom. So the revolution of electron in a circular orbit is not expected to be stable. Any particle in a circular orbit would undergo acceleration, and during acceleration charged particles could radiate energy, and thus the revolving electron would lose energy and finally fall into the nucleus. If there this were so, the atom should be highly unstable and hence matter could not exist in the form that we know. But we know that atoms are quite stable. This was all about Rutherford's model of an atom. In the next video, we will learn about Bohr's model of an atom.